we'll be having a short video from our chairman about a company. So I would like the video to be played, please.
We talk about success in Atomy. The laws of success are well depicted in our company motto. The first point is cherish the spirit. All human beings have a spirit. That spirit is the character of God dwelling inside of us. That is why only humans have a spirit. Animals have souls, but they do not have a spirit. To cherish the spirit, it means to consider people as precious beings. In no circumstance should humans become a means to an end. People should not become a means to an end. This is called the cow philosophy. On the other hand, the baby philosophy is different. The reason why the farmer takes care of the cow is in order to acquire milk from the cow, rather than actual concern for the cow's well-being. There will probably be no farmer who takes care of a cow if the cow is not producing any milk. However, the reason that a mother takes care of her baby is not to acquire anything from the baby itself is the end. That is why, when we treat people, the people themselves must be the end. People should not be a means to something. Atomy as a company considers the success of our members and contractors as an end unto itself. The company does not consider the members as a means to the company's success. That is why Atomy's first managerial objective is the consumer's success. All of you must never think of your partners as a means for your own success either. How will you make your partner successful? This must become your ultimate purpose. Then success will just naturally follow. In Atomy, we do not think of people simply as a means to an end. In Atomy, people are the end itself, and that is why the first point in Atomy's motto is to cherish the spirit. All of you must cherish the spirit of people. You must do that in order to be successful. If you manipulate others and use them like a tool, and you only strive for your own success, then most of you will not succeed. Do you understand? Another motto is follow the faith, but we'll talk about that later. A vision is the result of managing your mind. Thus, to manage your mind is to create the vision. A vision is something that you don't see in your current reality. It is something that you must create from the unseen reality. And where do you create this vision? You create it within your mind. In the beginning, when God created the world was inside His words. When it existed in His word, the world was not seen. But when His word was declared, His word then became flesh. And that was how this world was created. That is why the first thing that we must do is create the vision in your mind. Though you can't see it, it is important to draw it in your mind. So, it's very important to draw in your mind the successful life that you want. But then the question is, how will you draw it? That is why in Atomy, we draw a balanced life. You must picture this in your mind, as if it's a scene from a movie, and that is why you must write your life scenario. If you want to succeed, it is very important to draw that life scenario in your mind. Don't just say, I want to be successful, but I don't know what to do. It's very important that you write down your life scenario. That is why it's very important to precisely draw in your mind the successful life that you desire. Then you must take that vision in your mind and you must live by that vision. That is what it means to follow the faith. Faith is to believe what is not seen, not what is seen. In the Bible, it is written, faith is not believing in what is seen. That means that faith is believing in what is unseen. That means faith is the assurance of what we do not see. The things that you draw inside our minds cannot be seen by others, but they can only be seen by yourselves. This is what vision is. You must bring that vision into this reality and stand firm on it. You must stand on top of that vision. What then is the vision that you drew in your mind? The life that you want. The things that you hope for. What are some of the things that you hope for? When you write your life scenario, I said that you must write down the things you want, places you want to go, and what you want to become. Many of you will probably write down, on your life scenario, a good life. You must then have a nice house, a nice car, and you must have cash. You must also be able to help other people. You must live well, learn, and contribute. Actually, if you want to live a life that contributes to others, you must actually first have love for others. That is why you must draw in your minds a life in which you will live well, love, learn, and a life of contribution to others. In order to draw these things in your mind, you must travel 3 years, 5 years, even 10 years into the future. To be successful means to bring about change. You must change yourself. It is actually very difficult to change yourself in an instant. There are people who try to change their lives right away. What are some examples of this? If you buy a lottery ticket and win, then you can change your life right away. But the chances of that are really very low. The odds are very low. If you want to change your life, you should not try to change your current life in an instant. Rather, you must try to change your life in the future. And that is why you must draw in your mind your life in 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. You must draw that life in your mind, and you must stand on top of that vision with faith. In the future, you must indeed be living in a nice house, have a life that helps others, and be a rich person indeed. A person will surely change if they are able to change their minds. Then what thoughts you have in your mind are in fact very important. If you draw in your minds the rich life that you want, the life of a kind person, the life of an honest person, then your expressions will be that of a rich person's. Your speech and eyes will become like that of an honest person. But if you only think of failure in your mind, and you only think of being poor, a life that is given up, then your expression, your speech, and your eyes will all radiate the thoughts of a failed person. If you have a house that you want to really live in, then find a picture of that house. Cut it out and stick it on the wall of your house. That is what you must do. You must post a picture of a house that is a high-riser with a nice interior on the inside. And you surely need a car as well in this age. But that car must be your dream car. If I can drive this car, I will just go crazy. You must imagine that kind of car. Most people, however, will imagine such a car. Then they come to their senses and think, what am I thinking? I will never be able to do that. Many times they erase it from their minds. However, normal people will always dream in their minds because such dreams can in fact become a reality. If it's not possible, then you won't be able to imagine it. If you want to drive a really expensive car, then that is not 100% impossible. You are thinking of such a thing because it is in fact possible, and the fact that you want to live in a nice house means it is not 100% impossible. It is in fact possible. Imagining something that is possible is a sign that you are a normal person. This is where you separate poor people from rich people. People who have imagined becoming rich but continue to live as a poor person is someone who rejects their dreams. Someone who truly believes they will never live in a nice house. Your life will turn out as you believe. But let's say that you dream of driving a nice car. If you believe that, that means there is a possibility that you will be rich. If you imagine in your mind that you will be able to give $10,000 or $20,000 to your relatives, then that means that that is possible. If you can imagine buying your parents a nice house for when they retire, I want to buy my parents a house when they retire. I hope to buy a house for each of my children. If you're a grandparent, you might think, I want to pay for my grandchild's wedding. I want to pay for all of their educational expenses. I want to buy my grandchildren a house when they get married. If you can imagine such things, then all of these things are possible. A failed person is someone who keeps erasing these dreams from their minds. There's no way. None of these things will happen in my life. Such will become reality for those who sincerely believe that. What kind of people do you think become successful? Someone who thinks, yes, such things can indeed happen to me as well. People who believe this will become successful. People have the ability to transcend time. As spiritual beings, humans are the only ones who can do that. A spirit is an eternal being. An eternal being can transcend time. They are not confined to time. For example, people can go back to the past. Think of the place that you were born in. You can instantly go back to the past, right? Humans can also imagine what their life is going to be like in 10 or 20 years. That is why you can transcend time. You are not confined to the present. So if you want to change your life, you must go to the future. Can you change your past? You can never change your past, right? You can never change the past that has already happened. Can you then change your present life? Yeah, but it's very difficult. But you can change your future. Depending on your decision and the extent of your faith, you can indeed change your future. That is why you must transcend time and draw your life 2 years, 3 years, and 10 years in the future. I will be a Sharon Rose Master in about 2 years. And I will become a leader that earns $10,000. Not even 2 years. If you can do that in 3 years, then that's also a great feat. In about 5 years, I will enter the ranks of the Royal Leaders Club, and I will make $20,000 a month. In 10 years, I will enter the Crown Leaders Club and earn $40,000 a month. For some of you, in 10 years, you will have become a leader who makes $1 million a year. Did you all write your life scenario? Don't just hold on to that by yourself. Don't hide it. You should tell other people about it. First, tell your family members about your life scenario. Tell your family members. Then tell everyone whom you meet. I will become successful and make $50,000 a month. I have started a big business where I make $100,000 a month. You must tell this to those around you. It is very important to tell this to other people. Tell your husband, your wife, your parents, your children that you have started a big business. Tell them that you've started a business where you make $50,000 to $100,000 a month. Tell others about this good news. The core of Atomy's business is to tell others about the vision and products of the company. But what if you're afraid to tell others about your vision? What happens then? You're afraid because your dreams may never happen. It is because of this fear that you cannot tell others about your dreams. However, you must overcome this fear and tell others about your dream. You must tell others about your dream because humans are frail. If you just write the life scenario on your own and keep it to yourself, then when hard times come, you tell yourself, forget it. But if you tell others around you, when you get tired from your business, people will say, oh, I thought you said you were going to make $100,000. Mom, Dad, I thought we were moving to a nice house. People around you will push you like this. That is why it's important that you tell others. As you tell others about your dreams, then your vision will become even more solid. The more you talk about your vision, the more you will get sucked into your dream. Even as you share such thoughts, there is fear. Listen, everyone, courage is not feeling fear. It is having fear, but facing that fear. You need the courage to be able to tell others that you will be successful by overcoming your fears. Though it's against all the odds, you should never do something that has a 100% success rate. Even if you're successful with that kind of work, that is not success. Making $2,000 a month, making $1,000 a month. Yeah, if you work at it, you'll probably make that money and you'll probably succeed at that work 100%. But can you prepare for your future by making $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 a month? Can you maintain your life even when you get sick in your old age? If not, then that is a failed life. To do work that has a 100% success rate is to do work that has a 100% failure rate. But many people are taking that path. Many are taking the path of 100% failure. That is because they are only doing work that has a 100% success rate. Let me tell you what success truly is. Success is not doing something that has a 100% success rate. Even if something has a 10% or 1% success rate. And even if it has a 90% or 99% failure rate, even if you're afraid of failure, you must take up the challenge and boldly face those fears. There are not many people who can take up a challenge, and that is why most people who challenge themselves succeed. So what if you fall? What happens then? What happens if you fail? Atomy doesn't require any investment of money, so there's nothing to lose. Since Atomy doesn't require you to invest money, if you fail, there's no loss. You just start over. You will have gained experience through your failure, and your chance for success will have then increased. You should not give up and just continue to march on forward. Because in your heart, you have love. You are not alone. It's not over if you just give up on your own. If you give up, then your wife, your husband, your parents, or your children, they will collapse with you. That is why you must all get back up. If you succeed, your wife, your husband, your parents, your children, all your loved ones will also be successful. Because you have in your hearts these beloved people, you can take courage and face your fears. Success belongs to those who have courage. I hope all of you can hold on to courage and be successful. That's it for my lecture.